Hang on.
We gotta make it funny.
There we go. We're going live.
Are we live? Are we live? Are we live?
So.
Are we live?
I think so.
Are we live? Oh, hello! What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Nora.
Pilates time.
It's Pilates time. Hello, everybody. If you're just tuning into Pilates, we're so happy to have you. Let's see. Are we live? Are we all good?
I think so.
Anybody on?
Anybody on?
Give me some hearts. Give me some
Come
hearts.
on. Kara Postgate, come on. Where are you?
Nora, give me some hearts.
Yes, we're live.
Give us a heart. Give us a heart. Give us a heart. Give us a heart. Give
We're
us a
like,
heart.
come on, give me some hearts.
Give us a heart. Give us a heart. Heart. Are we good? We got a special guest today. Oh, wait for it. Oh, there he is. Welcome to Pilates Stretch today. We thank you for joining. And our guests today are Nora and Jed. They are the owners of Blue Water Fitness. We're so excited to have you, and please share, subscribe, and tag us in everything that you do. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our Pilates stretch. Make sure that you have a block or something that looks like, or like a, I forgot to put this out as an option. I'm back. If you have like a box or something, you're gonna need a block, a ball, a band, or a belt. And for those of you that did a cervical nod, roll up a towel or something like that, especially if you struggle with flexibility. It's a great option. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Super excited to get this going. Each week we get a little better and a little bit more content. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start sitting down. So the first thing we're gonna do is get our core nice and warm. We're gonna bring heat to all of our muscles so that we can stretch. So for about the first 15 minutes, I'm gonna focus on some core and some glutes, and then we'll do a little bit more stretching. All right, so we're gonna do a roll up and a roll down. I'm gonna turn my music up so you hear that a little bit. We're gonna inhale and exhale, vertebra by vertebra all the way down. Take those thumbs behind you, inhale, and exhale, vertebra by vertebra up. You can do a little hop if you need to. Inhale and exhale, vertebra. Bring those thumbs behind you. Let that lumbar curve come up a little bit. And exhale as you close that gap in that low back and peel yourself up. Inhale. And exhale down. Take those thumbs behind you. Inhale. And exhale. Take those heels, straighten them out. Sit up really tall. And reach forward. Flexing those feet. Come up, inhale. And exhale. Slowly bending those knees if you want. And come down. We're going to stay down. Center yourself on that mat. Hands over your shoulders. We're going to go through all the levels. Level 1. We're going to do the 100. It's inhale. Exhale, rib hinge, and pump those arms. Okay? This is where you may want that cervical nod. Okay? Or put that block. You're going to push that low back to the floor. You're still going to feel something even with that head under that block. As you get stronger, you can start engaging a little bit more, and then take a break when you're ready. And then join in, and then take a break. Or just stay with me the whole time. Come down. Turn that head side to side, releasing that tension. like you're slapping water. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2. Again, if you need that block or your towel, you're gonna wanna be here. I promise you're still gonna feel it in your abs. And then join in, give yourself a challenge, and relax if you need to. Join in. Or if you have neck issues, just stay here. Okay, bring those knees in. Turn that head side to side, releasing that tension. Okay, level 3. You're here, inhale. Exhale, rib hinge as you lower those abs. You're gonna pump those arms. Inhale, 2, exhale, 2, exhale, 2. Now remember, when you do this, you want to keep that low back on the ground. If you feel this, that's really bad. You're going to want to keep those knees bent. Okay? Bring those knees in. You got to know your level. Turn that head side to side. Because if you're not ready, you can strain your back. So just be conscious of where you should be. Everybody's body is different. Okay, we'll do one more for good faith. We're going to inhale, you pick your level. Exhale, rib hinge, and pump those arms. You can do it hard, which is here, or modified here, or beginner here. Inhale, 2, exhale, 2, inhale, 2, 4, exhale, 2, inhale, 2, 2. Bring those knees in. Turn that head side to side. Okay, extend those legs. You don't need the cervical knot for this. Your inner thighs are gonna zip up. This is called the corkscrew. So you're gonna make little circles. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Other direction. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And last one. Bring those knees in. Turn that head side to side. Stacking those knees, arms are in a T. Drop those knees to the back of the room. Spine stretch side, inhale. And exhale, use your core. To the front of the room, inhale. And exhale, use your core. Again, to the back of the room. Now, if you feel this in your low back and it's too challenging, just do one knee at a time. Okay, to the front of the room. You can do one knee at a time. It takes a little pressure off. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale, use your core. So this is a classic Pilates because you're pairing a stretch with a strength. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. To the front of the room. Bring those knees in. Place those feet on the floor. Again, this is where you may need your cervical knot. You're going to bring that leg closest to the front of the room. Okay, you're holding here. Extend that opposing leg. You can interlace those hands. If you're really tight, you're on the back of the hamstring or the calf. Engage the abs by lifting the chin. Heel comes off the ground, and it's pulse, pulse. Switch, pulse, pulse. Again, to a slow bicycle, using every muscle fiber. And you don't have to be with me. Three, two, and one. Bring those knees in. You can go underneath the legs or on top. Release. Okay, the leg closest to the back of the room. Interlace those hands depending on your flexibility behind the hamstring or behind the calf. If you have really tight hamstrings, you're going to want to use that cervical nod right here. Because if not, if you feel like you're like this, okay, that's not a good position. Because you really want to relax into that stretch piece of the Pilates. Stretching. Extend the opposing leg. Engage the abs, lift that chin. Heel comes off the ground, and it's pulse, pulse. Switch, pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. One of these days we'll go over the breathing, because the breathing is different than yoga breathing. But we'll save that for another day. Take this to a slow bicycle. And remember, a modified option is here. Okay? You can watch Nora here, that's advanced. Beginner would be just a simple here, lifting here. Or even if you have that cervical nod, you're here. Add in a little rotation. Okay? The great thing about Pilates is it's for all ages. I mean, you can do it your whole life. It is fantastic. There's lots of options. And bring those knees in. Rock side to side. Okay, stacking those knees. We're going to do a reverse curl. So your hands are by your side, and you're just going to lift that lower body up about 1 or 2 inches off the ground. Again, we're just kind of getting that core warm, getting heat into the body, and getting strong at the same time. Hands behind your head and add a crunch. By your side. You're going to go down for 2, keeping that low back on the ground, and up for 2. Okay, so this is modified. If this feels a little bit challenging, you can do 1 knee at a time. Okay, Okay, just make sure you're connecting to the floor, that spine to the floor, pulling that tummy in tight. Okay, as you get stronger, more weight at the end of the lever. You can do straight legs. And bring those knees in. Place those feet on the floor. Make sure that your knees are in alignment with your hips. You don't want your legs to bow. Okay, keep that in alignment. Hands are by your side. We're going to do a glute raise, squeezing that butt at the top. This is an exercise for all the physical therapists out there. Caitlin, Jeanette, Kylie, Bush, who else is out there that come to my Pilates classes? Remember, Pilates is one of the first forms of physical therapy. It's back before they had any education like we have now about strengthening the glutes, which connect to the knees. Hold those hips up. Squeeze that butt to protect the low back. Okay? Clasp those hands together. Walk those shoulder blades in. And squeeze towards the midline. Come down. Bring those knees in. Stretch that low back. Rock side to side. We're going to do that exercise one more time. We're going to do 5 glute raises and then we'll stretch. So we're going to lift for 5. Exhale, 2. Hold 1. Walk those shoulder blades in as you clasp those hands together. Come down nice and easy. Bring those knees in. Good. Stacking those knees, arms are at a T. Drop those knees to the back of the room and hold a static right here. Since we're not active right now, we're in a stretch. You want to take one knee at a time as you go to the other side and hold that stretch. Keeping those shoulders pinned. Breathe. Bring one knee back to center. Hands by your side. Place those feet on the floor. We're going to transition as you grab your band or your belt or whatever you have convenient. You're going to take that leg closest to the back of the room. Okay? You're going to put it in the handle or here, depending on what you want to do. If you have long Your knees are bent. This is modified. Advanced would be a straight leg. But as you can see, I pop up a little here. So I personally like to keep the knee bent, but you can do what you want. You can disengage the hip by turning the toe out. We're going to do single leg circle. Inhale, exhale, keeping that tummy in. Other direction for 8. Going at your own pace. I have short legs, so my rotation kind of goes pretty quick. There's fluid that runs around your joint called synovial fluid, and this helps lubricate that joint. Some of you are really tight, so you may want that cervical knot so that you can enjoy this. Because if you feel a pull on your low back, it's not enjoyable. Okay, hold. I got to talking, so I'm not sure how many I did. Hold, then walk your hand up until you feel that stretch. If you want a deeper stretch, extend the opposing leg. Take that to the side for inner thigh. Back to center. Bring it across your body for an IT band stretch. This is called an oppositional stretch because you're trying to draw the hip back, but the foot is going in the opposite direction. So that you should feel right through that IT band right here. I like to hold this for a while because I have a lot of runners and a lot of people that do high impact stuff, and this feels really good to them. Okay, cross that leg over the other, drop that band, reach in between those legs, interlace those fingers behind your leg. You can rock to the left and the right. Reach over the top if you want. This is a challenge. This is a flexibility challenge. You can go up over the top and hold here without compromising your form. Bring that foot to the floor. Grab your ankle, don't uncross it. Don't uncross, we're still on the same leg. You're gonna grab that ankle and bring it to the floor, okay? This may take some adjustment here. Try and keep your shoulders pinned. So for me, I usually like to take my cervical knot out, but if you feel like your back is tweaked, just keep that block underneath there. Here's a flexibility challenge. If you want it, you can grab the other foot. It's called the pretzel. Uncross that leg. Grab your band. Get yourself set up with that cervical knot if you need it. Again, I just like to try to model all the options here. Put on the foot closest to the front of the room. Disengage the hip by turning the toe out. Anchor those hips nice and tight to the floor. Single leg circles. So you'll feel those abs contract as you go to the wide angle of that circle. Again, holding that tummy tight to the floor. Other direction. Inhale, exhale. Okay, hold center. Walk those hands in, hold that stretch. Extend the opposing leg for a deeper stretch. Take it to the side for inner thigh. Try to keep the opposing calf on the ground. Back to center. Bring it across your body for an IT stretch. This is oppositional. It's not dropping that leg. You're going to want to draw that hip back. You should feel it right in this area. Cross that leg over the other. Drop your band. Reach in between those legs. Interlace those fingers and hold. Ooh, tight today. If you want a flexibility challenge, reach over the top. Bring that foot to the floor. Keep that leg crossed. Grab your ankle. Bring that foot to the floor. You may need to adjust. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Should feel it right in here. This is your TFL, which attaches into your IT band, so it feels so good. If you want a flexibility challenge, grab that other foot and hold for the pretzel. When we hold these stretches, I want you to really focus on filling your lungs up, really keep those lungs nice and healthy. Release. Okay, we're going to use that block again. Okay, we're going to work into inversions. Okay, so you're going to center yourself Okay, so inversions. I'm going to go through all the progressions again. Okay, because inversions, especially in the yoga world, you can go and do, upside down headstands. There's all sorts of inversions, but I'm just going to go over some basic ones, starting with beginner. Okay, so it's just getting the hips above the heart is the goal. Okay, then you're going to go to level 2, which is here. You can also put your block up another notch if you want. So this would be my beginners right here. Working what's called spinal mobility. Okay, next level, using those triceps as a kickstand or tripod, if you will. You're gonna scoop up in a scooped position, using those elbows as a tripod. So this would be next level. Okay, moving into the plow. Okay, you gotta be careful that you're not on your neck. Okay, so this is what you can do, then that's fine. If you can get your feet to the floor, do that. But it might take a couple turns to get your back warm. Okay, you're going to move that block out to make this a little bit more dynamic. So you're going to come down eccentrically. You can rock it up. Here you can hold both here. Say this would be modified. This would be advanced. Okay. Reach up out of that waistline. Flex those feet and lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Trying to avoid gorilla back. Okay? You want to keep that pelvis forward. Come up, inhale. Exhale down. You're going to transition and grab that block for my beginners and place that block here. Again, just getting that inversion. Or you can go to plow, or you can stay in a scooped position. Okay, move that block out of the way. Eccentric contraction, slowly down into boat. Or boat, or boat. Reach up out of that waistline. Exhale, flexing those feet, keeping that back nice and straight. Inhale up. Exhale down. Grabbing that block for the inversion if you need it. Moving into plow. Or if you want the next challenge, which is moving into shoulder stand, which is one of my favorites. Rolling those ankles out. Other direction. My yoga friends say we should go upside down every day. It increases blood flow to your vital organs. And my favorite reason, of course, is it makes you happy. Bring those knees down. That's why kids are always upside down. Come down slowly into boat. Here or here. There's all different ways you can put your arms. Reach up out of that waistline. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. One more time for good faith. Come down. Taking your level of inversion. Okay, so the advanced option is clasping the hands together, which I'm not really good at modeling because my shoulders are tight. But you can do this and work getting those heels over your hips. Flex and point. Flex. Bring your knees to your nose. This time we're going to stay on your back. Down slowly. Rock side to side. Very good. Okay, transitioning, facing the front of the room. Center yourself. This class is going fast today. Stacking those hips. We're going to take that foot up and down, working the gluteus medius, okay? So that's working right in here. You don't want to rotate this way because your quad is already really strong. We want to really work all the muscle around the joint. Take that foot behind you, up, in front, up, behind, up, in front. Take that behind you. I want you to dig your heel into the mud. This is another oppositional stretch. So what does that mean? It means you're digging your heel into the mud, but you're pulling your hip forward. Okay, if you don't feel that stretch, move your heel back about an inch. Glide that foot up on top. Press up to a mermaid right here. Bending both knees. Okay, you're going to inhale. Reach. Again, inhale. And exhale, come up. Feel that stretch to that round ligament. Down. Feel that stretch right here. One more time. Come down. Good. Okay. Before we go to the other side, we're going to sit out. Grab your band or your belt. We're going to hold this straddle here. You're going to grab your handle. Let's do the left leg here. Okay, you're going to sit up nice and tall. And then you're going to hold that stretch. 2, 3, come up, release. And exhale, same leg. Each time you do this release, you get a little bit more mobility. First time is a little challenging. Exhale. The more you do it, you get a little bit more mobility. If your hamstrings are really tight, you can bring one knee in and it takes that pressure off your back. Okay? Come up. You can feel it kind of getting a little bit easier each time. Just remember, no gorilla backs. You don't want to do that. You want to try to really keep that back nice and flat or straight. Okay, come up, switch sides. So you're sitting up tall and exhale. Come up. And come up. Remember, modified, if you have tight hamstrings, would be here. It takes that pressure off that low back. Come up. And stretch. Tight, tight, tight. One more time. All right, good. Place that band to the side. Now you're going to go to the other side, stacking those hips. Facing the front of the room. Take that leg up and down. Take that big toe behind you. Up, in front, up, behind. Dig that heel into the mud. If you don't feel that stretch, move it back an inch and then rotate that hip forward. Bring that heel back on top. Push yourself up, bending both knees. You're going to inhale and exhale, lift. Come down, reach here. Those of you that have knee problems, you know that you're just going to go here. Okay, in here. Okay, this is just a little bit more challenge. Come up, I don't know where we are. We don't have to be together though. And last time. Good. We're going to transition to a kneeling position. Grab that block. Place it behind you. You can go tall here for challenge. Let's do it to the back of the room. Hold 1, 2, 3. Come up to the front of the room. Hold 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can put that block down if you want a little more challenge. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3. And those of you that are really flexible, you know who you are. You can go all the way to the floor if you want. And switch. Come up. Move that block out of the way, stretching that low back again. Widening those knees. Place that forehead on the ground. Rounding that back in the cat and cow. Bring those knees back in, especially if they were wide before. Hold neutral spine. Grab that block. Place it on the side closest to the front of the room. Step forward with the leg to the back of the room. Okay, so what I'm looking for is vertical shins. Right here. here. Say like you feel, ooh, that's tight. You can always take that block up a notch. Okay? You can go to here. You can go to here. Okay? Option, option, option. Okay? Wherever you're going to feel comfortable enough to get a good stretch. Okay? We're going to start moving down. You can go down here. Or even to the floor. Come up. Sit back in that hamstring. Keep that knee slightly bent. Flexing that foot. Again, same thing. Bringing, depending on your flexibility, we're going to open that foot up like a book. Feel it through that hip. Okay? Go down to your elbows if you want. Okay, come back. Sit back in that hamstring. Okay, tuck that leg behind you. Running out of time here. We're going to finish up these last few stretches. Lunge forward again. Vertical shins. You're here, here, or here, or here. Again, those of you that have been with me for a while, you know exactly where to go, and you just hold it. Come up. Sit back in that hamstring. Keep that knee slightly bent. Sometimes I like to come up so that I get a nice, because you don't want to be here. You want to really try to get that head up and really get into that hamstring. Okay, lunge back forward. Open that foot up like a book. Okay, come up. Sit back in that hamstring. Tuck that leg behind you. Okay, downward dog. So you're going to press the heels of your hands into the mat. Tailbone is high. Try and open those shoulders up and turn that head side to side. Feel that stretch. Down your calves, low back. Okay, walking those feet into a forward fold. This is one of my favorite stretches. Okay, option. Say like you have really tight hamstrings. Maybe you're here. Okay, remember, don't lock your knees. Okay, you always want to support yourself by muscle, not joint. So you have kind of a little, just keep the terminologies we use as soft knees, not locked knees. Okay, or you can go here and say like, ooh, I feel good. Or you can go here. Okay, bend those knees and roll it up. Nice and easy, letting the blood come back into your extremities. Shoulder roll. Okay, good. Now grab your tennis ball. All right. We're going to step on that arch of that ball. Working into that fascia. We're on our feet all day long. So we want to make sure we take care of our feet. Okay, bring that heel to the floor. Press the gas pedal, lift the toe. Okay, move it back to the arch. And roll it out. I know, right? So it's funny, I forget how when you first start this, it is very painful. So that's a good point to remember. So when you first start, you may look like that, and that's okay. That's totally normal. And then you'll get to where I'm at, and I like to have that. I have one in my bag. It's a lacrosse ball, because I like a little bit more aggressive massaging. So Jay, have you done this before? Okay. Oh wait, just wait. If you're at home, watch. It's a little trick. Okay. So you're gonna step off. Okay. Now I just want you to bend over and see if the hip you just worked is a little looser. Think about your hip. Does it feel looser? That one you did? Isn't that cool? Okay. Now come on up. So, if you're in the dancer world, this is something I'm sure you've done a lot. Okay, press into the arch of that foot. It's so good though. Press into the arch. Okay, drop that heel. Press the gas pedal, lift the toe. Move it back to the arch and roll it out. That feels good. Yeah. Oh. This is a little shout out for Tammy. Tammy is a massage therapist. Burge. I can't think of the last name there. So yeah, it's kind of like massage therapy. Some people like it really was a deep tissue, and sometimes it like the tennis ball is definitely a little softer option. Okay, now I want you to see if your mobility is any better. Dad, let's see that if you feel a little bit more mobility there. Isn't that crazy? It's like a little magic trick. Okay, roll it up nice and easy. We have used up all of our time today. Big inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back. Thank you to Jed and Nora. And do you have anything you want to say?
Thank you. Keep tuning.
Keep tuning. Thank you. Isn't that feel good? Oh, it feels so good. There's so much to do. I could do 2 hours of stretching. What'd you think? Did you like it?
Oh, that was great.
It's so hard because there's so much, and you're supposed to hold the stretches longer, but I only, it's like you're supposed to hold it for 1 minute.
I know.
Way too long.
Yeah. So. No, but it's just amazing on how your body feels.
Afterwards, you just feel so much better.
Yeah.
Like I said, doing that regimen and stuff, I count on this every day. I wish you have to show them that.
Yeah, and she's gonna be like, oh my God, dude.
That's awesome, because do you know how many people say to me, oh, I wish I could get my husband to do this. Oh, I wish I could get my husband to do this. Yeah. Yep, so now,
When we were recording, it ended after 40 minutes.
oh, shoot!
Yeah.
Is that just how you have